Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech, and in this video I'll be talking about all the important tips and tricks for your OnePlus 6T. I've already made a dedicated video for the best features which I'll be posting in few days. Once I post it, link will be in the description. Definitely check it out. And all the things that I'm going to cover in this video may not be covered in the best features section. Now with that said, let's first talk about the most highlighting feature of this phone. That's the in-display fingerprint scanner. So this is the phone, and as you can see, there is no fingerprint scanner anywhere. It has an in-display fingerprint scanner under the display. Now this phone doesn't have a feature like always on display to display the fingerprint scanner all the time, but it does come with ambient display. I'll talk more about it in a minute, but this is how it looks like. Once you enable few options, you can simply touch the screen to wake it up. Not completely, this is ambient display, and now you can clearly see where the fingerprint scanner is. And now when you place your finger on the fingerprint scanner, it quickly unlocks. So if you really want to use the in-display fingerprint scanner on this phone, this is what you need to do. First go to settings and then select display settings. From here select ambient display. Now make sure these two options are enabled. Now once you do that, you can simply raise your phone to wake it up and then place your finger on the fingerprint scanner. Or else you can simply touch the screen to wake it up and then use the fingerprint scanner. So that's the ambient display. So this particular feature in ambient display is really useful if you want to use fingerprint scanner. Now going on next, if you really want to use the face unlock feature on this phone, this is what you need to do to enable it. First go to settings, then select security and lock screen settings, then select face unlock, enter the password, that's the lock screen password. Now once you're in this page, you can register your face and enable face unlock by just turning on this toggle. Now if you're planning to use face unlock on this phone, I suggest you to enable these two toggles. Going on next, if you enable this particular option, in low lighting conditions, display screen brightness increases to clearly see your face and immediately unlock the phone. So here's a quick preview. So this is like good lighting conditions, and as you can see, it was pretty fast. Now I've turned off all the lights and this is what it looks like. It's giving a simple white background to illuminate my face and then unlock the phone immediately. So these are some quick tips to use face unlock. Now going on next, I'll show you how to use split screen mode. Now the OnePlus 6T I'm currently using is already running Android 9.0, that's Android Pie, and this is how the recent apps looks like. So if you want to use this current application in a split screen mode, you need to click this button over here, then select split screen, and that application will open in the top window and you can select the secondary application from the recent apps over here, or else you can go to the home screen and then select the application from here. Normally we can also long press the recent apps button to do the same, but with Android Pie we also get new navigation gestures, so let me just enable that first. These are the 3-button navigation that we get right out of the box, and this was the new gestures OnePlus has brought in after iPhone 10. So you can swipe up to go home, swipe and hold for recent apps, swipe from the left side or right side to go back. So besides these two gestures, we have a new gesture from Android Pie. Now this is the new gesture or the new navigation bar that we get with Android Pie. We just have 2 buttons, back and home, and it's empty on the right side. You can click at the center, that's the home button to go home, and in the home screen you can swipe up for the recent apps, and we have the regular back button, and if you swipe on the home button left or right, you can switch between the recent applications, and you can simply swipe once like that to switch to the previous application. You can also do a long press for Google Assistant, that's pretty normal. Now there is no recent apps button, and if you want to open split screen mode, first you need to go to the home screen, then swipe up and then click this button, select split screen and then do all this stuff. I'm personally super lazy, so this is what I did. Just go to settings and then select buttons and gestures. Now select navigation bar gestures, select the first option and then swipe to the bottom and select long press action for back button and select open close split screen. Now once it is done, from now on, you can simply press and hold the back button to open the current application in split screen mode, and you can select the secondary application from the list below. So this is super handy and super convenient. Now with that said, even though split screen mode has been on Android for a very long time, there are many applications that still do not support split screen mode. So if you want to open or use all applications in split screen mode, this is what you need to do. First go to settings and swipe or scroll down and select about phone. Now click on the build number 7 times. Once you do that, developer options will be enabled. Now go back a step, then select system. You can find the developer options over here. Now scroll all the way to the bottom. Enable force activities to be resizable and restart the phone. Now once you do that, you will be able to use most of the Android applications in the split screen mode. This is something I would definitely recommend you to do. Now from the same place, I have something else to show you. Now whenever you press and hold the power button, this is the menu that you see, and when you click restart, your phone simply restarts. But if you want some additional options, this is what you need to do. Once again, open developer options, scroll down a bit and then enable advanced reboot. Now once you do that, simply press and hold the power button, and now you get these two additional options to either directly reboot to recovery or to the bootloader. So this is the advanced reboot menu that you can enable it from here. Now going on next, I'll show you some handy ways to take screenshot. Like any other Android phone, if you want to take a screenshot on the OnePlus 6T, simply press the volume down and power button both at the same time and it'll take a screenshot. Now for some reason, if you're not able to do that, or if you want something more simple, we also have a gesture for that. Just go to settings, then select buttons and gestures, then select gestures, then select quick gestures once again, enable 3-finger screenshot. Once you do that, you can simply swipe down using 3 fingers to take screenshot. And just in case if you want to take a longer screenshot, first take a regular screenshot and then click this button over here to take a longer screenshot. So taking screenshots on this phone is super easy. We also have the gesture and we can even take long screenshots and everything works pretty well. Now going on next, for some super handy shortcuts, go to settings, then select display settings, then select status bar. Now from this page, if you want to change the battery icon, you can select the first option and you can choose any one of these. If you want to display the battery percentage beside the battery icon, you can enable this particular toggle. If you want to display the network speed on the status bar, like this over here, enable this toggle. Now going on next, if you're someone who likes to play a lot of games on your phone, this is what you need to do. Just go to settings and then select utilities and now select game mode. And now you can enable all these options to have a better gaming experience. While playing any of these games listed in this list, all calls will be answered in the speaker mode, auto brightness will be disabled, and even the notifications will be hidden. I mean, all the banner notifications and text notifications simply won't be visible on the display. You can still find them on the notification bar. Now going on next, if you want to use an OTG pen drive on this phone, first you need to go to settings, then select system and enable this toggle that says OTG storage. Now once you enable this toggle, you will be able to use an OTG pen drive on this phone. Otherwise, that OTG pen drive will not be detected. Now for some more tips, on the default launcher, on the leftmost corner we have something called as shelf, which simply adds different widgets and you might or might not use them. So if you don't like it and want to remove this shelf, simply long press on the home screen, then go to settings and you can hide the shelf from here. Similarly, we have a lot of gestures, like you can swipe down to pull down the notification bar, you can swipe up for the app drawer, and you can double tap to put the phone to sleep. So if you want to tweak any of these settings, just long press, go to settings, and you can tweak all these settings from here. Now for the final tip, you can also hide applications on this phone. Not completely, but it does work for a bit. Now this is the default launcher, and if you can swipe right from the leftmost corner, you enter the hidden app section. From here you can hide applications. Click the plus button and select the applications that you want to hide, go back, and all those applications are hidden. It's a very useful feature, but if someone knows where it is, they can easily access it. By the way, this is not password protected, so if anyone knows about this trick, they can always find those hidden applications. So guys, those were all the most important tips and tricks that you should definitely know about your OnePlus 6T. If I missed out on anything important, do let me know by commenting below this video, and definitely check out my video on best features, link is in the description. Now if you're planning to buy this phone, please use the link in the description, it always helps the channel, and if you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter and we will try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off, have a nice day.